is like a virus. Resilient. Highly contagious. And the smallest seed of an idea can grow. It can grow to define or destroy you.
In the last video, I covered my hardcore Minecraft experience, the times I've died, and all that sweet stuff. In this video, it is about the current world I'm playing on and the progress I've made. In this video, I will be going over the first 28 hours of my Minecraft hardcore world so far. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, it is going to be boring. I mean, what do you expect of me? I have played over 3,000 hours of hardcore Minecraft, and I have died several times, losing so many hours of progress. Of course, I'm going to play like a coward. So if I'm being quite frank, this video is probably going to be pretty boring. But we'll make the best of it. Our story today doesn't begin on the creation of the world, but just a little bit before. See, before I was playing on a different world, and on this world I had played for over 70 hours. I was just going into the end to fight the Ender Dragon and get an Elytra and Shulker boxes. While I was exploring the end, I found an end city with the ship. While I was trying to get onto the ship, I was being attacked by Shulkers. So my game plan was to pearl onto the ship, break in, and then get into a safe spot. However, this is when things go downhill. I used an ender pearl to TP across, and upon doing so, my character had bugged through the floor and I had fell into the void. I sat there for over 30 minutes trying to save myself, seeing if I could do anything, see if there's anything in my inventory, but it didn't end up working out. I ended up dying and losing so many hours of progress. Estimated time of death was around 4 in the morning, and I was absolutely defeated. Now let me give a little bit more of a background story. So a few months prior, I had played on a world where I had made the most progress I've ever made. This world was single-handedly my best hardcore world. After I died in that world, for hundreds of hours, I tried getting back to where I once was. And this world that had gone on for 70 hours was one of many that have also been lost. At this point, I was completely defeated and I thought I would never make it back to where I once was.
Every world before this one, it was just like, okay, it's fine. It wasn't even that much time. I'll keep going. Then I made it to this. And ever since, every time it's just been the same. It really makes me question if I'm ever going to make it back to that point. You spend so much time doing something you love, caring about something, and for it to be lost, it makes you question whether you should keep going or not. I've played a lot of video games throughout my life. Most of my childhood, I played video games. None of them have stuck around like Minecraft has. None of them have had such an impact on me, unlike Minecraft. I fail again, and I keep failing. Same thing over and over again. Big part of me say, hey, just stop, put it to rest. The other part of me thinks, what if this was the one? What if that opportunity that I had to start a new world, that could have been the one that changed everything? A tiny part of me feels that this world is going to be the one. And if it isn't, you know, it's another time I get shot down. But then if it does become that thing, then I knew that I pushed hard enough. I persevered for long enough that I was able to overcome every challenge I faced. Who knows? For all I know, I might never even push that far. I could do that. I could also push for my entire life and never make it back to where it once was. Have to try. Have to. Why'd the music cut? It was so good. Back to square one. Ground level. I know this level all too well.
Yeah, so I hate to ruin the moment, but that was not the world. Yeah, I kind of played that for like 20 minutes, then I gave up, and then I started a new world, and that's the world that I'm going to be talking about. I mean, for storyteller's sake, you know, it would have been good if I had that big speech and then the next world was the one to be, but yeah, that wasn't the case. It was the world after that. Yeah, so I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the next clip is just me opening the world for like 30 seconds and just breaking one tree and then logging off. All right, let's not forget that this was like 4 in the morning and I was already defeated enough. I wasn't going to play Minecraft for another 7 hours. Look, I know there's a pretty lackluster way to start the world, but hey, you got to cut me some slack here. Just like 20 minutes ago, I died in such an unfortunate way. I was completely fed up and I just wanted to go to bed, all right? So after the most pathetic start to a Minecraft world possible, I went to bed, woke up the next day, and that next day was when the story actually begins.
The next morning.
The beginnings of this story is a humble one. After I crossed the river, I raided the village of its resources and began mining. First thing I did while mining was immediately try and find as much iron as possible to get a full set of armor, some tools, and a bucket. While I was collecting iron and exploring the caves, I found my first diamond. Then I found a skeleton spawner. In the chest, I found a music disc, gunpowder, and melon seeds. After this, I went back up to the surface, gathered some resources, and trapped some villagers for future trading. I then explored the surrounding area to see where I could set up shop, and along the way I ended up finding a shipwreck where I ended up getting some potatoes.
Hi, how are you?
This little 3x3 hole that I was digging was the beginning of my villager trading area that I was going to set up. My plan was to get some farms going and then get the villagers sorted out so that I can get librarians and all the enchantment books I need to get the best armor possible. Once I finished those farms, I began working on the villager trading hall. Now I have part of my villager trading area set up. I got a place for my fletchers where I can trade sticks for emeralds. I have a place where I can just breed villagers, so I can set up more villager trading areas. And I also set up an area for my librarians. This is where I'm going to get all the enchantment books necessary to get the perfect set of armor and tools. And prior to this, I was trading with a armorer and a toolsmith to get all the diamond armor and tools I need. Over the course of the next 3 hours, I spent time cutting down trees, crafting sticks, trading with fletchers, and then breaking and replacing lecterns to try and get the enchantment books I need. So here's a quick montage of everything I did over the course of the next 3 hours. The next thing I want to do is build an iron farm. Up until this point, I was using sticks and the Fletcher trade to get emeralds, which was pretty inefficient. So now I'm going to build an iron farm so that I can use iron to trade for emeralds, and I'll need iron for future farms and projects. So after all this trading, I went mining for a little bit and then gathered some resources to build the farm. Before I made the iron farm, I traded some sticks for some more emeralds, and I was trying to get some of the more minor enchantments for my tools and armor. Also, I wanted to set up an area in the villager trading hall to trade for the iron. I'll put the iron farm on this little island over here, but first I'm going to need to clear out the land and fill out some of the holes in the ground. I planned on AFKing for an hour to see the farm's rates, but I fell asleep. So this was all the iron I got over the course of probably 10 hours. So I'd also made an automatic potato and carrot farm, but I can't seem to find the recording. Yeah, I may have forgotten to record it. But I guess here's the results. So from both farms, I got about 14 double chests full of both carrots and potatoes, and now I have iron, carrots, and potatoes that I can use to trade with villagers. And I will also have carrots for making golden carrots in the future, once I make a gold farm. Then I went to go trade with the villagers.
Oh my god.
yeah, that wraps up everything I did to start off my hardcore world. Thanks for watching.